So I think it's fair to say that as children, most of us go through some sort of initial learning or socialization process, right? Where the parents are under a lot of pressure to have their children be socially functional, to have their children be able to function in society. And so how does that normally look? Typically, the parents are going to teach their children some kind of system of punishment and reward, right? So it might look like I'm at a grocery store, I'm a little boy, and I throw a tantrum. I start acting out, I start throwing things. And so my parent says that I am a bad boy and that when we get home, I am going to have to go to bed early, let's say. And so interactions with children and parents like that are happening all of the time. But what does that make the child believe about him or herself? Usually, they make it mean that they are not good enough, that they are not acceptable the way that they are, that there is something inherently wrong with them. There is almost always some feeling of unworthiness or inadequacy that is created. So I'm curious, now as an adult, do you feel that within you? Do you feel an inherent sense of inadequacy or unworthiness? And I can promise you that if you do, you're not alone. So then what happens is we grow up and we are constantly looking to the world for that social approval, right? Am I good enough? Am I worthy enough? Are my grades good enough? Am I fit enough? Constantly looking for that social approval because we've created this model where we believe that we are inherently unworthy instead of inherently worthy. And I believe that, again, the majority of people who go through socialization have some sense of this, some sense of, again, inadequacy or unworthiness. So what can we do about this? Well, I'm sure there's many things that we can do, but how about we go beyond this place of good and bad or right and wrong and just allow ourselves to be, just accept our humanity. Can you allow yourself to be grumpy? Can you allow yourself to be depressed? Or better yet, can you appreciate yourself the way that you are right now in each moment? And so a great spiritual teacher, Ram Dass, used to teach this lesson with this analogy. He'd say we go out into the woods, into the forest, and you look at the trees. And you just kind of take a moment and you stare at the trees and you accept the trees. You probably even appreciate the trees. You don't say that tree's skinny and that tree's fat or that tree's good looking and that tree is not. Generally, you just kind of accept the trees the way that they are. But then it's interesting, the moment you go near humans, you almost immediately enter into this judging mode. He's more attractive than I am, or he's more successful than I am, or she's hotter than me, whatever it might be. And why do we do that? It's because that inherent feeling of unworthiness or inadequacy. So we do it out of insecurity. And so this will sound kind of strange, but let's practice seeing other people and seeing ourselves the way that we see trees. Just allowing ourselves to be human, and knowing that we don't really have to do anything to be beautiful or to be good. We are inherently worthy, just like the tree or the rock or the river. We just are.